Today very interesting chapter, national income accounting. We are going to see that one. Actually national income, before you should go, you should know what is national income, and also we should know about national income accounting done. What are the difficulties in measuring national income? Like that, so many topics we are going to cover. Before that, you should know what is national income. See, according to the National Income Committee of India 1948, they are given the definition. Definition is very important, one more question. Listen carefully. National income estimate measures the value of commodities and services turned out during a given period counted without duplication. Underline the word without duplication, because many of you will miss that without duplication and will come for marks. So you understand, national income estimate measures the value of commodities and services turned out during a given period without duplication. Okay, so I will explain general term how it will explain. It is generally defined all final goods and services produced in the country and net income from abroad in a year. So, because why we have to know about national income? Because it's very important to know the relative contribution sector of the economy. And national income is also for policy, formulation, planning, everything. Again, the national income is very, very important. That's why we should know everybody what is the national income. How we should know about the income of how much income we are getting, like that, how much the income the government is getting. So national income is sum total of the money value of all final goods services produced in the country during a year. So we should know about how much money value of all final goods and services produced in the country during a year. It is the index of economic growth. Index means for the growth we should know first what is national income. See, first we will see our income, then only we will plan for our thing. Like that, our country's income. National income figures are very, very important for economic policy formulation as well as the planning. So very important. See, before going into the study about the national income, so some terms you should understand. What are the terms? Because here you are first itself in the come without duplication came, and also it just came the double counting, all this thing, final goods. So you should know what is final goods. So like that, some terms we will understand, then we will go for the chapter. So first goods. Goods means there are different types of goods is there. First we will see about the consumption goods, capital goods, intermediate goods and final goods. So what is consumption goods? Consumption goods means which are purchased for consumption, or for consuming goods, or for consumers goods. Anything we can say, consumption goods or consumer goods we can say, which can be purchased for consumption. Example, drinks, food, clothing, mobile phones, all this called consumption goods or consumer goods. Like that, next is capital goods. What is the capital goods? Which are used in the production of some other goods are called capital goods, or we call it as a producer goods, used for the some other production. For example, factories, machinery, tools, equipments, trucks, roads, all we call it as a capital goods. Then what is intermediate? Next good is intermediate goods. What is intermediate goods? Goods which are produced by some producers and used by other producers as material input, or we call it as the intermediate goods. For example, raw cotton is used to produce cotton cloth. Wood is used to produce furniture. That is called intermediate. It is purchased by one producer, used by the other producer as a input. Final goods. What is final goods? Goods which are purchased for final use are called final goods. For example, television, watch, sugar, etc. See, when you come to the sugar, you have to understand. Any housewife also will buy a sugar, or bakery or restaurant person also buy a sugar. For whom it is final goods, whom it is intermediate goods. For housewife it is a final goods. For the restaurant person or bakery person it is intermediate goods, because he is not going to sell the sugar like that. He is going to prepare cake or something else for the thing, because he is going to sell. But housewife, she is not going to sell. She is going to for the self consumption. So the housewife purchase is a final goods, and this is a intermediate good. So you have to know about clearly what is intermediate goods, what is final goods, what is capital goods, what is consumption good. Whether it is a good is a final goods or what are the goods, it depends on the use or for it is food. So you have to know about who is buying, what use is there. Based on that we will find out the final goods. Next concept you should know about stock and flow. What is stock and what is flow? That is also very important, because anything which undergone changes is called variable. Anything which undergone changes. Variable means itself changes. On the basis of measurement, variables are classified into stocks and flow. So variable that can be measured at a point of time is called stock. At a point of time is called stock. A stock is a static concept. That means static. We have that means it will not change. That was static means no movement, no changes. It has no time limit. It is measured at a particular point of time. Example, supply of money, bank deposits, food grain stock, foreign currency reserves, total borrowings, capital, all called the example of stock. Then what is a variable that is concerned a specific period of time is called flow. Specific period means flow. Clear now? At a point of time means stock, specific period is flow. It is a dynamic concept. It is measured over a period of time. National income, capital formation, foreign remittance to the country, imports, exports, borrowing, all the examples of the flows. This is another concept. Then another concept is depreciation cost. What is the depreciation cost? You might know definitely what is the depreciation. The wear and tear of capital goods is called depreciation. The wear and tear of called depreciation. Production units of every year set aside specific amount maintaining capital goods in productive condition is called the depreciation allowances. So you need not to go into all these things. If you know the depreciation cost, that's enough. So more than how we will find out the depreciation cost? Net investment equal to gross investment minus depreciation. So depreciation is a gradual process. For example, a machine may be in service for 20 years. Afterward, what will happen? It needs to be replaced in the factory. This means that each year the 20th part of its original value it gets depreciated. So that is called the depreciation. Depreciation allowance is set aside to meet the expenses of the replacement. Such expense is called the depreciation cost. So these are all the basic terms understood. Means then we will go into detail about what are the national income identities and macroeconomic identities and all we studied. That all will go, and also circular flow of income and concept of national income. All the concepts will go through because concept of national income is very important question. So we will go through it. Thank you, girls.